The second dive is 202A, a tap, dive straight, 1.7. Sophie's second dive is 202C, a back somersault top, 1.5. Four and one half, bingo. 301B, a reverse dive pipe, 1.7. Round 5 is Harry, with dive 302, a reverse one somersault, top, 1.6. Six, bingo. Sixth and final round. Eagle leads an Eve, leads off with a dive 403C and inward, 1.5 somersaults, top, 2.2. Six, 5.5, 5.5. Sophia's final time is 52.11A, back 9, half twist, straight position, 1.8. Four, 2. And the final dive of today's competition is Harry, dive 101C, a falling dive up, 1.2. Six and 1/2, 7, 7.
Is this working now? I can't hear, I guess, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay, so welcome everybody to the December 21st Hopkinton Holliston swim meet from the Milford Natatorium pool. I'm John Belger, and I'll be joined today, or actually be handing over the microphones to some of the people who graduated last year. There's plenty of them in the audience tonight. You know, typically it's all new for everybody over here. We had a year of COVID, maybe 2 years of COVID. I don't know. I'm not sure. And so we're right back at it. It's a little different. There are still X's in the stands to keep your space, but nobody really is doing that. Lots of sniffles in the audience, but overall it seems like we're back to normal, although the crowd is very sparse. We're just finishing up the diving. This is a double dual meet, so that means that it's boys versus girls, which I prefer. Having had 2 daughters that were swimmers, it's always more fun watching them swim against other girls as opposed to the, I don't know what they call it, the single meet or whatever. They call it something else, and it just the girls swimming with the boys against the boys, actually against the girls. And so they're just preparing the pool after diving. It was hard to tell. I'm not a diving, and that's why I left it for this, because I don't really follow diving. I know it was 6 rounds. It looked like there was Eve Weatherhead from Hopkinton, looked like she was scoring pretty good points. And then we had three divers from Holliston. It's kind of unusual, again, for Hopkinton. Typically, Hopkinton has not only good divers or great divers, we have generally depth, and this year apparently that may not be the case. I'm not sure if somebody's injured or not. So behind the blocks, we have the captains of the teams talking to the officials. And we see Sue Antonellis. I'm sure some of the people who are watching the meet have had kids that swam in the rec league down in Milford. And Sue Antonellis is kind of a legend. Actually, she looks exactly the same as I met her when I first met her probably 14 years ago. So she must be doing something right. She's enjoying herself, obviously. Coaching kids, and I understand they still have a program at the Milford Stingrays. I highly recommend it. It's a fun activity for the younger kids. But generally, I would say the people that are watching this video or watching this live stream probably already have people that swim. So there's no reason for me to make a sales pitch for swimming, because people are here. As I mentioned, I hadn't really been in a pool area for a while, since last year, and it's as hot and humid as it ever was, and I tended to forget how darn miserable it is. But one thing we have is we do have plenty of space down here if you're at home and you want to watch two powerhouses of the league go at it tonight. You can come off your couch and join us. I'm sure if the traffic is breaking now, it took me about 20 minutes to get here. You could probably be here in time for maybe for the break. I don't know. There aren't a lot of these meets. Don't really. A lot of people aren't swimming, so we generally have only one heat. They're not the rec league. Rec league meets where you have 20 heats of 50 free. But anyway, it should be enjoyable. I'm going to start calling it out. We're going to see the girls first. In lane 2, we have Porvi, Maggie McCarthy, Padmashi Maladi, and Anjali Badakari. I'm going to butcher the names. Lane 4, Anna Burke, Natalie Buffard, Maya Wheel, Megason, and Olivia Scalara. That's the 200 medley relay. And lane 3 has swimmers from Holliston. That's Anna Burke in lane 4. And Porvi in lane 2. Sorry, I only have the first name on Porvi. Now, Anna comes from a long line of Hopkinton swimmers. I was telling her parents one time, she's probably been coming to this place longer than I have. Into the water on lane 4, Natalie Buffard. Also, a lot of history around Hopkinton swimming and Milford Stingrays. Natalie has been swimming since she was a tiny little one. And in lane 2, we got Maggie McCarthy. Again, another ex-Milford Stingray swimmer. Been swimming around here for a long time. Although they're only very young, they're still swimming for a long time. And it looks like Holliston's in the lead. In the pool in lane 4 for the butterfly, Maya Wheel Megason. And jumping into the pool in lane 2 for Hopkinton, Padmashri, and doing the butterfly. A lot of swimmers. Butterfly is a very technical stroke. A lot of swimmers don't like it. I have to say Maya has a pretty strong butterfly out there. It could be the fastest stroke that you could swim, but you have to swim it right. And so, and now into the pool, Olivia Scalara, lane 4. And coming in is Anjali. Yeah, Olivia Scalara. I recall a couple of years ago there was another sister, a Scalara sister, who swam. I guess she's given it up. I think she's swimming another sport, but Olivia's got a stroke out there. She does the two-sided breathing, which I really like. Excellent swim by Olivia. Hopkinton came in second. Looks like they're going to come in third. Anjali is just finishing up. Now, coming up next, we have the boys 200 medley relay. We have lane 2, Jack, Connor, Andy, and Krishi. And in lane 4, Kevin Zhu, Olivia, Owen Picard, Davis Pishoff, and Lucas Kaufman. Now, and this is a full pool right now. Actually, there's 5 lanes, so it looks like Hopkinton has 2 and Holliston has 3. Can't really tell much until they get in the water, but I would say lane 4, Kevin, Owen, Davis, and Lucas have a shot at. I'm sure that they're going to be in the top 3, but just based on the sum of the total. I don't have a lot of experience with Jack Kelly. I guess it's Jack Kelly. Yeah, he swam last year, or last couple of years. He's gotten a little taller. I haven't seen him swim yet, so I guess we'll see. He'll starting off as the as usual as a backstroke. And they're off. Kevin Zhu, lane 4, and Jack Kelly, lane 2. Holliston is out in the lead. We're not going to be able to hear each other. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yep. Okay, I'm joined here by Deirdre Belge, former swimmer for Hopkinton High School last year for 4 years. Got Kevin Zhu in lane 4 and Jack Kelly in lane 2. Jack Kelly,
finishing up a strong backstroke. Last year, I think both the girls and the boys for Holliston Medway were TVL champs.
Oh, really? Okay.
If I remember correctly, so this is definitely
it's going to be a tough
divisive matchup.
Yeah.
A tough meet.
Yep.
Who's in the pool during? Connor Willitson with a really strong breaststroke right now.
Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah.
And over there we have Owen Picard in lane 4.
Yeah. He's a freshman.
Yeah, oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Coming up, there he is, Davis Pishoff in for the butterfly.
Yeah.
And,
Davis is a really strong butterflyer.
Andy in lane 2.
Andy Lee in lane 2. Another, I don't have the program in front of me, but another freshman, I believe.
Oh, the program? Yeah. The program would tell us what year they were.
Yeah. And about to jump in to finish off the Hopkinton relay in lane 4 is Lucas Kaufman.
Wow, he looks good this year.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And
he looks fast.
Down here in lane 2, we have Krishiv jumping in.
Yep.
And Holliston Medway will finish strong in first.
As I predicted, lane 4 was going to get in the top 3. Got a second. Looks like we're going to get just a second in that. And coming up next for the, it doesn't look like there's going to be another heat. Okay, coming up next in lane for the girls, because we're going back to back. This is double duel. We have Maya in lane 2, and then
Or no.
in lane 4.
Maya's in lane 4.
Oh,
Miyu
Mia.
in lane 2.
Oh, Mia is. I'm
Miyu
sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Miyu
in lane 2,
2.
and Anjali in lane
Anjali
6.
and now, do you want some of the kids to come over and
No, you
sit
can
with
do
you?
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Because I know the Burke girl
She-
was interested in doing it.
Yeah, I can ask her.
What?
I can ask her.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind everybody taking over. I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Okay, Mia in lane.
Miyu, Maya.
Mayu lane 2, Maya lane 4, and Anjali lane 6. Yeah, as Deirdre mentioned, Holliston came. Holliston was Holliston Medway. Is it still Holliston?
I believe it's still Holliston Medway.
Oh yeah, okay. They won the TVL last year, which I wasn't aware.
Yeah. As we said last week, the 200 is a difficult event. It's essentially like a long sprint. So it can be difficult, especially if you've never swam it before. I don't know if these 3 swimmers for Hopkinton, if it's their first time swimming it. But right now, the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 is pulling ahead, but
Looks pretty good, yeah.
the other 4 swimmers.
Maya looks good.
Maya looks good. She and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1 turn at about the same time, and then both Miyu and Anjali turn together right after.
Yep.
So yeah. There's a lot of changes made to the Hopkinton lineup tonight. Kristen said a lot of kids were sick today.
What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
There's a lot of changes have been made tonight, and Kristen said that a lot of kids are sick today.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Told her today.
Yeah.
At turning at I believe this is the 100, Maya turns with about a body length lead above third.
Let's get some of them over here. Here, you can take mine. Take mine. Okay. You want to go? There she goes.
What? Yeah. So we can't hear each other through it, but we can hear each other here. So obviously, hey, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Mary Lauren Burke. I graduated in the class of 2020, and now I swim at Lemoyne College up in Syracuse, New York.
Yes. So we were just talking about the 200 is obviously finishing. Holliston Medway, which I believe last year they won the TVL, both teams.
Okay.
I know that I'm pretty sure they did. And yeah, okay, coming in second, Maya, sophomore Maya. The Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1 will finish third, and both Miyu and Anjali are putting up strong swims to get in 4th and 5th, which are important points.
They definitely are, especially in high school. In college, it becomes less important, those last place points, the continuing points. But in high school, it's really, really important to make sure you get those 2nd, 3rd, 4th place points.
Yeah. So now we have the boys' heat, which last week we were debating. Do you remember when they switched to the strictly double duel?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just, what? Oh. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I was saying last week that a few years ago it would be boys against girls in the same
Yes.
meet, or same heat. Okay, so in this we have, we just have one swimmer, freshman Owen Picard in lane 4, and Holliston Medway puts 3 swimmers in. So,
I think Holliston Medway is also a much bigger team this year.
yes. Yeah, they always used to be so much smaller. That's why it's Holliston Medway.
Yes.
But it is interesting.
Especially on the boys' side. They never had a lot of boys, and now they do have a big
Yeah.
group of boys.
So at 50 in, that's kind of a synchronized turn from Owen Picard and 2 of the Holliston Medway swimmers. He had a strong, I was here last Wednesday, and Owen had a really good meet, especially for a first high school meet. I know Hopkinton swam again on Friday. I believe they won against King Philip, but I don't really know.
Yes, I think both teams won.
That's awesome. So I think that was potentially the 150 turn, and Owen is now losing a little steam. That's why the 200 is hard.
Yeah. The 200 does exist in a weird middle. It's not a sprint. It's not quite distance. It's just painful all the way through.
Yeah. Okay, so that was actually the 100. So at halfway, Owen turns at 3rd. He stays in a safe 3rd position, turning into the last 50 of the 200 free. Next, we have the 200 IM. Is this one you swam?
No, I never swam the IM.
Yeah. I'll text it to you. I think the 200 IM is a really interesting one. I think that it's hard because sometimes some people are really good at butterfly, or they're really good at backstroke. Or whatever it is their specialty is. So it's hard, especially if you are a really good breaststroker. You know, sometimes it's managing that first 100, and do you save enough energy? Do you go all out? How do you kind of pace it?
No, absolutely.
So for Hopkinton, in lane 2 we have Pad. In lane 4 we have Natalie, and in lane 6 we have Porvy. So. And Holliston Medway puts 2 girls in. So hopefully we will be able to score some points. All right.
I can't speak for the other 2 girls since I haven't seen them swim much, but I know Natalie is a very well-rounded swimmer.
Yes, she's a really good butterfly and a really good breaststroke, as well as the other 2 are good as well. But
yeah,
she swims the 100 of those events a lot.
Yeah.
So she comes coasting down the pool a little bit ahead of the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3, and both Pad and Porvy are right up there. It's still anybody's game at this point. Natalie gets off the wall first. Pad followed right behind Porvy. I also think in the 200 IM, turns are so important. Like, they are in every race, but especially the turns in the IM are a little funky.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Natalie's off the wall, followed by the 2 Holliston Medway swimmers. Pat is right there, and Porvy takes her turn.
Natalie's building a nice lead. Let's see if she can hold it through the breaststroke.
Breaststroke, which is something she's quite good at.
Yes, so generally.
This should be good.
She has been very good at the breaststroke.
Yes. So, and hopefully, I think Pad's right there. She's about, I'd say, a body length behind the swimmer in 3rd. So maybe this is some time to make up for some ground. Porvy doing well up there in lane 6. I like the cheering. I love the cheering.
I know.
Oh,
It's going to come down to the freestyle.
it's going to come down to the freestyle and the turns. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Sometimes somebody has a good stroke later on in the deck. And let's see who's got more left in the tank. And Pat is catching up to the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1. They'll take the turn shortly after each other. And they will turn at exactly the same time. This could be big. This is where you got to kick.
And Holliston takes
So
it with Natalie
Holliston
following
Medway
up in
will
second.
out-touch. But look at here, down here in lane 2, Pat has passed the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1, which is a 3rd place. And Porvy is finishing strong up in lane 6. And with the nature of there only being 5 swimmers, everybody gets points.
Yep.
So Hopkinton walks away with a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 5th. And 3 really awesome swims by our Hopkinton swimmers.
Absolutely.
And then we have the boys in lane 2, sophomore Kevin Zhu in lane 4, junior Davis Pishoff. So both of these boys have swam this event several times and are quite good at it. So it will be fun to see.
I know Davis is a very well-rounded swimmer, and I think Kevin had a great season last year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, this will be fun. And Holliston Medway, like you said, have some really good boys, which I think is a relatively novel thing for them. So I think this will be a fun one to watch. Butterfly is, I think for some people it's a little bit divisive. Some people are really good at it, others are bad. Davis will take the turn at the same time as the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3, and Kevin Zhu is right there with Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5. Yeah. And now onto the backstroke, which I believe Davis swam in the postseason for last year.
I think he qualified for states in the backstroke.
Yeah. Kevin will turn as place number 4. The Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 will turn a little ahead of Davis, but let's see if he can catch him on this last 25 of backstroke. Into the breaststroke. Which, like you said, Davis is a well-rounded swimmer, so this will come down to, as is Kevin, so this will come down to almost the abilities of the other swimmers. So I would say the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 is probably about a body length ahead.
I think that's reasonable.
Davis has about half a body length lead on the swimmer in lane 1, and then Kevin Zhu is about 2 body lengths behind him. So let's see if we can make up some ground on this freestyle. Oh, the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1 is catching a little up to Davis. I think I was so focused on pairing them off, I almost didn't see that. Okay, this is going to be a little tight for second place. So it's going into our last, I can't even tell.
I have no idea.
I cannot even tell. So an undetermined Davis Pishoff 2nd or 3rd, and Kevin Zhu finishes nicely in 4th, swimming a great race. And Holliston Medway will close out in 5th.
Touches like that, it just comes down to what the official saw.
Exactly, and how quickly the timer reacts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Next we have the 50 free, which I feel like you swam a lot.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't know if you have anything to say
The
about
50
the 50
free is difficult because it's a very short race for the most part. If you mess up, that's kind of it. It's a very mentally draining race, I think, in that aspect. But at the same time, it is only a 50.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to kill yourself doing this event.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one, like you said, you mess up. I always think of people who have messed up a dive or stepped a little wrong on a turn, whereas in the 500 you have, like 18 more turns to fix it.
So much time.
This, not as much. So for Hopkinton in lane 2, we have Anjali, lane 4, Olivia Scalora, and lane 6, Ava Hasselbring. And we actually have 2 heats of this. So we have an exhibition heat following this first heat of girls.
All right. That was a nice start for Olivia.
Yeah. So Olivia comes out of her breakout with a little bit of a lead. Anjali and Ava right along with their Holliston Medway swimmers. So this will be a fun little race of pairs. Olivia Scalora will finish about a body or so in front of the Holliston Medway swimmer. And let's see if Ava can pick up some yardage at the end there, but it looks like Hopkinton will go 1, 4, 6, right? And now we have a second heat.
While exhibition heats are not scoring, they're really great because I think it gives people opportunity to know what they can do. Mm-hmm. And as much as swimming is a team sport, at the end of the day, it is heavily an individual sport.
Yeah.
And it's always about improving your personal times.
Yeah. I think, exhibition, I remember my freshman year, I swam a lot of exhibition 50 frees. It's a great opportunity to swim against people, lower some times. So we have, in lane 4, we have Sruthi from Hopkinton. And like we said before, Holliston Medway has numbers, so they have 3 swimmers in the exhibition.
Which is definitely out of place for Hopkinton. Hopkinton for years has been the team with numbers.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they're no longer that team. And Holliston is in the running for being that team.
Yeah. I think this year there's a lot of new faces. I think it doesn't help that Keefe is closed, so they practice a lot farther away than they have in years past, and so hopefully, this can kind of be I always think of the term in like the NCAA, the rebuilding year, starting to gain some more numbers.
New turning point.
Shape some people. And then we have one heat or at least one heat of Hopkinton swimmers. It appears that there's 2 heats of Holliston boys in the 50 free. But in lane 2, we have Jack Kelly, lane 4, Lucas Kaufman, and lane 6, Krishiv Jagnathan. So. So Lucas out of the breakout is second. Jack Kelly fighting hard in lane 2, and Krishiv up there in lane 6, putting up a fight as well.
Strong turn for Lucas.
Yeah. And it appears he will finish a little bit out. Again, if it was a longer race, he might have been able to build up some speed. But I also think swimming against somebody that fast is really good for pushing yourself further, even if the results, the place doesn't end how you would like. And a little miscommunication there on people pushing off a little too soon, but it's okay.
Traditionally, the swimmers are not supposed to leave until everyone has finished. It's considered a respect thing generally.
Yeah.
But
Yep. And now they will swim down, and looks like Holliston Medway has some 3 boys swimming in an exhibition 50 free.
And again, the exhibitions are a great opportunity to prove yourself and figure out where you can be useful in a team.
Yes. Yeah. I forget that the first half is so much shorter than the second half.
Yeah.
This is the last event before the break, which in years past is where diving has been. But for this, we'll hop off air for a little bit, and swimmers will get to warm up, cool down, move a little bit more. So, I don't know. Like you said, exhibition, great opportunity to do some fast swimming, get some times on the board.
Absolutely.
And again, I'm going to keep saying it, that the numbers of Holliston Medway are impressive, and I think that the depth of a team, kind of can carry them a long way. Good swimmers and depth. So hopefully these next few years, Hopkinton will start continuing to add some more numbers. All right. We shall hop off for the break.
Hi, I'm Katie.
So Katie is a former HHS swimmer. She's a junior. She can't swim this year because she had a big shoulder injury, but she's here on air with us.
Supporting the Hillers.
Yes. So first event after the break is the 100 fly. Hopkinton has one swimmer, Maya, in lane 4.
Who's looking strong.
Yeah, she's a pretty good flyer. Holliston Medway puts 2 swimmers in, and Maya and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 will turn at about the same time. She's looking good though. Fly is like the worst stroke ever in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
I know that others disagree. However,
It's either loved or hated, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think she's always loved it.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is good. Especially if you're good at it and you love it,
Yeah.
that's good.
And we need some people to love it.
Yes. So Maya's about a body length behind, but she, I would say, is safely in second. The Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1 looks strong, but I don't think she will catch up to Maya. There's
Nice, Maya.
25.
She's got some momentum going
left.
into the last one.
Yes.
And Maya's a sophomore, right?
Yes, a sophomore. Yeah, so she swam this event a lot last year, so good to see her enjoying it again, doing well again this year.
Yep.
Solid
second place.
Yeah. And the next is the boys. In lane 2, we have freshman Andy Lee, and lane 4, we have sophomore Kevin Zhu.
Great lineup here.
Yes, Holliston Medway had 3 boys. So again, they have a lot of. Mary Lauren and I were just talking about how they never typically had big numbers, but
Yeah.
it appears recent years they've had a lot more swimmers.
We are definitely going downhill with numbers, it seems, in the
Yes.
past few years,
Yeah.
for sure.
But
But,
there's
still looking strong.
a lot of new swimmers this year, so Kristen is hopeful, I think, that will turn into some depth over
Yep.
the next few years. Yeah, so Andy Lee in lane 2 for Hopkinton, Kevin Zhu in lane 4 for Hopkinton. They'll turn at about the same time as the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5, with the swimmers in 1 and 3 a little far out. The swimmer in lane 3 on Holliston Medway has a beautiful stroke,
Very good.
but Kevin is about a half a body length above of Andy, so a little in-team competition is fun.
Wow, Holliston Medway lane 3 is doing amazing.
Yeah,
He
lane
is having
1
a
will turn
good
right
push.
behind him, and Kevin turns at 3rd, Andy at 4th, and the HM swimmer in 5 turns in 5th.
Yep.
So, yeah. That was
Andy Lee looks like he could have a very promising fly career.
Yeah, I mean, this is what, his 3rd-ish meet, I think.
Yeah.
So
I
that's-
think he's a freshman.
I think he's a freshman as well. Again, we don't have the program in front of us. So Hopkinton will finish in 3rd and 4th, and then head into the girls 100 free. In lane 2, we have sophomore Porvy. In lane 4, freshman Anna Burke. And
I believe she's a sophomore.
no, she's a freshman.
She is? Oh, yeah, she
Yes.
wasn't on the team last year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we have the two
There's
of them.
been so many of those Burks through the
I
system.
know, that's what we were saying last week. She's the last one. I think it'll be something like, what's 4 years from now? 2026? Be like 12 years or something of
Wow.
Burks on the team. So, and oh yeah, okay. So in lane 2 we have Porvy, in lane 4 we have Anna, and in lane 6 we have Sruthi. For the 100 free, which is sprinting. You gotta sprint all 4 laps.
Yep. Anna Burke is looking pretty promising. She's head and head with the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3, I believe.
Yeah. And Porvy will take the turn and fighting both Holliston Medway girl in lane 1 and in lane 5. And Sruthi is right up about a body behind the Holliston Medway girl in lane 5.
Wow, Anna Burke and lane 3 are really,
Yeah.
really close here.
Anna will turn 2nd. Let's see if she can. Porvy's looking really strong as well. Let's see if both of them can gain a little bit of ground as they head into their final turn. And Sruthi looking strong up there. I know she's new to the team. I can't remember if she's a freshman or a sophomore, but a great opportunity to just get some swims, get some times. I always remember my freshman year, it was fun to swim against fast people because you would want to go faster too. So,
It always motivates you.
yes.
Looks like we have Anna Burke finishing in 2nd and Porvy finishing in 3rd.
Holliston Medway will be 4 and 5, and Sruthi will finish us up in 6. And now for the boys, we have Jack Kelly in lane 2 and Lucas Kaufman in lane 4. Shout out Lucas. Me, Katie, Lucas, and Tyler, who's refusing to get on air, were a carpool last year. So shout
Best
out the 4
carpool
of
out
us.
there.
So an event that both of them are very familiar with. So it should be a fun race. Holliston Medway has 3 boys in this event, so hopefully the Hopkinton boys can place high and score some points. All right. So both Lucas and Jack looking strong right out of the start. Lucas takes the turn second. He keeps breathing off his turns.
Very strong stroke, though. He really bounced back after that, and
that
it's
was a
really
good turn.
close.
Jack Kelly, too, fighting down here. He's got a nice, strong kick. I think Jack Kelly can catch the swimmer in lane 5.
I agree.
And let's see if Lucas can catch this Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3, or at least hold off the one in lane 1.
Lucas is a great closer. I think this last 25 could really take him.
Yeah. I think if he goes and stops breathing off his turn.
I agree.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to have a Lucas Kaufman second place in lane 4 and a Jack Kelly
5th.
Undetermined. Yeah,
I think it will be 5th. He's made up some ground. He's like on the toes of that Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5, but I think when you're almost that far apart, you don't even know that someone's that close to you.
Yes, I agree. And so far in the pool.
Yeah. Oh, and now
great swim.
We have the one lone 500 Hopkinton swimmer today is junior Olivia Scalora. This event is, I don't know, another one that is divisive. Katie just made a face.
Personally, I hate the 500.
But it's definitely one that is, I think there are some good opportunities to make up time. You know, you miss one turn, you still have 18 other turns to do better. But
that is the sole reason why I hate it.
Exactly, because it's 18 more turns.
It is always 18.
Yes.
If anyone can do it right now, it's going to be Liv Scalora. She is
Yeah.
probably one of the fittest people I know. She is a CrossFit athlete as well and is incredibly strong.
Yeah. So we will see this race, unlike the 50, unlike the 100, it's like way too early to call, obviously. So it looks like Olivia will turn second. Oh, or right at the same time.
Yep,
that was actually
exact
really
same time.
Yeah.
We're seeing 3 very steady strokes to start it out.
So, and it appears like Lucas is doing the counting, which is funny because he just got out of the pool. But,
he looks like he's still catching his breath.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he swam, it was like a 54
54.89, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, which is an awesome swim. Yeah, Olivia Scalora looking strong. Always, I think with the 500, it's the kicks are the first thing to go. Once somebody starts not really kicking.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the kicks also feel like you're dying while you're doing them. Kicking is going to tire you out.
Exactly.
But then it's going to be your death.
Yeah, exactly. So the 100-yard, Liv Scalora and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 turn at about the same time.
And from what we've seen today, I feel like Hopkinton is pretty small this year and pretty young, but we've got some great swimmers. I feel like our upperclassmen are really awesome, and we've got some really promising underclassmen that will be awesome for the team as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be good to see how the season goes. I know last week the boys beat Ashland and the girls lost, and I believe on Friday against King Philip both teams won.
Amazing.
But I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't even follow Hiller Athletics anymore on Instagram.
Yeah,
so
that's.
I'm not really like up to date.
Yeah.
On my stuff, but that is what I was told last week. So.
Hiller's Athletics hasn't posted swim at all, unfortunately, this year.
What? I'm graduated. I can say that.
That is crazy.
So, Liv Scalora is about I would say she's on the toes of the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 as they turn into their 200.
Tyler Fallon has disappeared from the audience.
He is our ride home.
In case anyone was wondering. I'm sure you all weren't wondering, but you know.
He'll be back.
Oh, okay. He's just taking a little break. You know, these swim meets, especially when you're watching, can get exhausting.
It's actually really hot up here.
It's really hot. One time when I was little, I passed out up here, so.
Yeah. Classic Stingrays trauma.
Yeah, Stingrays.
So Liv Scalora is she's not lost because there's still half of the race left. No, I was going to say she lost the swimmer. She was on the toes. She's
Yep.
lost that closeness. However,
Yes.
no, not that she lost the race. There's 250 yards left. Anything could happen.
We
So-
see Coach reminded her to keep on kicking. As Deirdre said earlier, the kick is definitely the
Yeah.
first thing to go.
And-
And it just has to be remembered.
Yeah, and I would say this part is like the worst part of the whole race.
Yep.
Because you're like, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I've swam 11 laps and I still have 9 more.
Uh-huh.
And that's like insurmountable. But it's not, because people do it.
Maybe to you.
I wasn't even that good at it. I just liked it. I don't know.
You did love it.
I did like it.
I wish that I loved it. However,
Yeah. But Liv still looks strong. She got a really strong stroke, and she's breathing every other side, which I think is really good in this, point in the race. You want to keep, you don't want to rely too heavily on one side.
I agree. Her turns are still looking really heavy, and just in case anyone was wondering, we know you're not wondering, Tyler Fallon is back in the audience.
So we have a ride home now.
Thank goodness.
And
And Lucas Kaufman cannot drive us home because he is not legal to drive yet. So don't worry, Mrs. Kaufman, if you're watching this, he's not going to drive us.
Olivia's got about a half a lap behind the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3, and she's about a lap ahead of the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1. As she turns, she's got 150 yards. Yes, 150 yards left. So she's nearing the point of the race in which Coach Kristen would say to me, if you aren't sprinting, you're doing it wrong. So, but it's hard. It's so hard to sprint when you have already swam so much.
It is so hard. And this is not her first event today, mind you.
No, this is not. I think this is her, maybe
Nor
it's
is it her first day swimming this week.
Yeah, it's her third event, so
Third event, probably been swimming for
3 or 4 days this week.
a long time, probably had a lot of homework. Girl is tired,
Yeah.
but she's pulling through.
At the end of this week is break.
Yeah. Whew. What are you doing for break?
Well, tomorrow I'm getting my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah, that's
But
a tough break.
I've been on break since the 12th. So that's college life.
Well, I have a test tomorrow, 4 actually,
Wow.
but I'm so happy for you that you have that break.
I'm happy for me too. But
Yep.
all right, and so the bell or whistle that's signaling that the swimmer in lane 1 has a 50 left, and Olivia will be right there in a second. She's got about 5 yards to her last 50. Nice and strong performance.
One thing that's remained consistent and great throughout her whole race is her turns have just
Yes.
been great.
Yeah, she has
And
awesome
those can go too. Once those go, it's brutal.
Yes. Yeah.
We see the Holliston Medway girl in lane 3 on her last few yards. She had an awesome race as well.
Yeah. And the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1 will turn for her final 50. So, yeah, a good, nice long race. I'm impressed that we talked the whole time.
I am also impressed.
And now we head in to do it one more time.
I did forget about the boys, in case you were wondering, and my mouth did just drop.
So for Hopkinton, Holliston, Medway swimmer in lane 1, putting in some speed to finish out her 500. But for Hopkinton, for the boys, in lane 2, we have senior captain, I believe as well, Connor Willitson. And in lane 4, freshman Andy Lee, I think, unless there's been a change.
I think
Oh, no,
that
oh my
is Owen
gosh.
Picard.
That is Owen Picard. I just read the breaststroke ones.
Oh,
So
yep.
for that. So
College
my
brain,
apologies.
people, college brain.
It's turned off. Like, I finished my finals, my brain is off. I don't know what to tell you. So we have in lane 4, Owen Picard, my apologies. And in lane 2, Connor Willitson. So,
Tyler Fallon sitting in the audience looking like a true swim alumni.
and we have a bunch of actually HHS
Yeah.
swim alums here today. We have as far back as class of 2018. Shout out Mallory Pishoff and Grace Kavanaugh, class of 2019. Mary Lauren Burke, who was on air earlier, class of 2020. And we have 4 of us from 2022. However, no one from class of 2021, but we all know why, because they're the worst. Just kidding.
They're what?
I said they're the worst, but I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so flipping into the first 50, the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 has a nice, strong lead. And in lane 1 is right behind him, but both Connor and Owen are obviously very much still in this game, and it could be anybody's game at this point. So it was a nice turn by Owen and another nice turn by Connor. So
Good steady stroke from Willardson in lane 2. He's a senior captain.
yeah,
Great kid.
yeah.
Can't say I've met Owen Picard yet, but I mean, he seems like a star, so I'm really excited to meet him.
Yeah, that was a really awesome turn by him. He just caught some space, or caught up to the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5 on that turn.
These Holliston Medway swimmers in lane 3 in this 500 today have been
Yeah.
excellent. Great
Yeah.
strokes.
Yeah. Owen and the swimmer, the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5 are at about, they're going to turn at exactly the same time and breathe at exactly the same time off the turn. But Connor Willardson is right about a body length or 2 body lengths behind Owen and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5. The Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 will turn into his, out of his first 200. And the nice thing about this, there's 5 of them. Everybody will score points. So
Yes, they will.
that is a nice.
It's always a nice feeling to score
Yes.
points for your team.
Owen and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5 are neck and neck. This is kind of your moment to make a move. And Connor looking nice and strong. He's not new to this event, so he's got his experience, behind him, putting on a good show, which is good. I think I need to look at the caps. I'll ask them that one on the other side. What? Oh no, that's his strap of his goggles. So again, turning into the 11th lap, Owen and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5 are exactly neck and neck. And except Owen will take the turn like a heartbeat earlier, but they come out at about the same time. So the swimmer in lane 5 has really strong turns. An excellent turn for Connor Willardson. And now it's time. It's time to see who's got enough left in the tank as they turn into their 13th lap, which is again kind of the make or break moment. Could be. It's really hard. It's like getting over that hill.
Yep. Completely agree. Couldn't agree with you more, Deirdre. Tyler Fallon over here in the audience. Really surprised we haven't had a guest appearance from him.
And
but
Sophia Luce and Sean Haley are over there. We could get some more people on here. Not that I don't love sitting here talking with you, Katie, but I don't know, guys. I don't know how much there is to say.
Davis Pishoff looking awesome on the deck. Love Davis.
Yeah.
What a great kid.
Nice Villanova sweatshirt. All right, so Owen Picard has lost a little bit of his distance on the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5. The Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 is heading in for his last 50. Connor Willardson is nice, big, strong turn at lap 15, and he has about 100 yards left. Owen Picard is heading into his 75 yards left, so this is kind of the moment of sprinting, and we'll see how it goes. I wish I timed that 500. That was a really impressive 500 by that swimmer in lane 3. Owen Picard finishing strong. He's got about a 50 left. Let's see if he can bring some heat carry it home. Yeah, he's kicking a lot, so I can see the splash, the difference in the kicks. We'll see if he can gain some ground on this Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5. And Connor Willetton also turning into his last 50. Sorry.
We've got Owen finishing really strong. He's
Yeah.
looking great.
I
think
really
he's
strong.
going to have a promising 500 career.
Yeah, a promising swim career in general, I think. A really strong swim by both Hopkinton boys and all 3 Holliston Medway boys. Yeah.
It's still a great opportunity to earn points for your team as there are only 5 people.
And, drop some time, have some fast swims. And now we head into...
Boy, aren't you glad we're done with the 500?
I am glad. Now it all goes so fast from here.
Yes, it does. These are
next
the fast
we have
events.
the girls 200 free relay. In lane 2 for Hopkinton, we have Ava, Miu, Porvi, and Anjali. In lane 4, we have Natalie, Anna, Maya, and Maggie. So
this was my personal favorite. I do always love me a good 200 free relay. I missed my team from last year. We had some great times. Just had fun and, took it seriously, but also just really liked being all together.
I think the fun part about swim, I'm just waiting because it's quiet. Swim is in essence like an individual sport, but this is the part that makes it a team sport.
And they're all going to cheer each other on no matter what.
A really nice start by Natalie Buffard in lane 4, but she is aptly challenged by the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3, as is Ava Hasselbring in lane 2, is neck and neck with the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1.
Very close. Looks like they're motivating each other to do everything they can until that last touch. Great start by Anna Burke.
Anna Burke jumping in. And again, this is something that the dive, somebody's turn, how one individual swimmer swims can really impact the whole race. So in the pool for Hopkinton, we have Anna Burke in lane 4 and Miu in lane 2.
We've got Anna Burke neck and neck with the Holliston girl. She's losing some ground right now, but it's looking really strong.
Yeah.
Next, we've got Maya in lane 3.
Yes, Maya's in lane 4.
Oh, 4.
And Holliston will dive in like a heartbeat quicker. And Miu down in lane 2 has passed the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 1. So let's see if Porvi can continue to hold off that lead. And up top, look at that. Maya has made up some ground. I think she'll turn first.
She's looking strong off the turn as well.
Porvi's looking strong in down here in lane 2, gaining some ground. Both relays are gaining ground.
Wow, yes.
And
They're
now
doing awesome here. This looks great.
We shall see.
We've got Maggie McCarthy, a senior, diving in lane 4 to swim the last leg out for these girls.
Yeah, she's gaining some speed. Porvi has given her relay a sizable lead in time for Anjali, and everybody's cheering and screaming. I love that. And let's see if Maggie can do it. I think she can.
Boy, oh boy, is this
coming
close.
down to the last 5 yards. And that's a win for Hopkinton. Beautiful swim by all 4 of those girls. And not to be forgotten, Anjali finishing strong in lane 2. A phenomenal swim by the relay in lane 2 as well.
Amazing.
To kind of come from behind is awesome. And that will be a first and a third for Hopkinton.
Love the Hillers.
As we head into the 200 boys relay, which Hopkinton has no swimmers for. Because today, apparently, Kristen reported Coach Kristen in our pre-meet debrief, because this is so fancy and sophisticated, said that a lot of kids are sick. So as you may
yeah.
or may not know, each swimmer can only swim 4 events.
That
so
is
sometimes
2 of the kids in this 4-person relay that are not here today.
Yeah. So sometimes it comes down to when people are sick and you have to shift people around. Some events have nobody. Unfortunately, that means that Holliston, well, unfortunately for Hopkinton, Holliston Medway will gather all the points for this relay as they have 3 relays. Yeah, so.
Personally, I'm going to take a brief recess,
Yes.
watch this Holliston race, and we will update you after.
Yes, yeah.
Well, the surround mic, so just watch it. What?
We're back from our brief 2-minute break. That team, we've still got 1 team finishing it out in lane 5, I believe. They are really enthusiastically cheering.
I think that's good.
Yes, that is awesome. We love to see the team spirit.
Yep. And now we come to the last 3 events of our program. It's the 100 back, girls 100 back is next. For Hopkinton, we have in lane 2, Pad, and in lane 6, we have Ava.
Ava Carboni in lane 6?
What?
Ava Carboni?
No, Ava Hasselbrick.
Oh. Freshman?
I believe so. But new swimmer. I wish I had the program, but I don't. That has everybody's grades, or what grade they're in. Again, Holliston Medway is outnumbering Hopkinton in this event. They'll put 3 girls in, but I think Pat and Ava will be able to put up some good swims.
We've got a great start here for the Hopkinton Hillers.
Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 3 takes an early lead, but Pat is right behind her. And Ava and the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5 are neck and neck as they go into this first turn. Yeah. Thanks. What? Yeah. We are being relieved of our duties momentarily. I know you guys all enjoyed us, but...
And will miss us dearly. Let us know if you want us to come back. We might.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I have to go back to school at some point, but a really nice swim by everybody in this event. Ava is still chasing the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 6, and Pat has a really sizable position in second place. I would say that's a pretty safe position, as the Holliston Medway swimmer in third is about a pool length behind her. But Holliston will take first, and Pad will take second for Hopkinton.
Beautiful swim by Pad. She's got a great stroke.
Yeah, and down there in lanes 5 and 6, it could be anybody's game. And Ava's about on the toes of the Holliston Medway swimmer in lane 5. So let's see if she can bring it home. She's nice, strong swim. Again, five people in this event, so everybody scores at least a point. And we are going to turn it over to announcer extraordinaire, John Belger. We are on boys 100 back. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm back again. Tell the guys from HCAM it's going to be extra money this week. Okay, we got the 100 backstroke going. Lane 4, we have Davis Pishoff. Just saw his sister Mallory a few minutes ago. She's here, just graduated from Providence, and she swam very long time at the Hopkinton plus at Milford. And Davis has turned into quite a swimmer, but she was also saying that he also plays baseball, and I guess for the Mustangs, I don't know, club team. So we have him in lane 4. He's surrounded by members of the Holliston swim team. Hopefully his backstroke holds up. Comes out of the blocks pretty fast. Rides very high on the water, Davis does. Nice turn. Looks like the guy next to him, lane 3, had a pretty good coming out of the pullout. But Davis is pretty comfortable right now. We'll see if he can keep this up. Not a great turn, but is good under the water there. And looks like he might go end to end if he can keep this going. You know, those turns are tough. They weren't around when I was a kid. I don't know, but they are around now. Davis is coming in. He will win this race, and I don't have the program, but I think they score a point for second, third. So Holliston will get us Hopkinton first place, Davis, and the second and third go to Holliston. Okay, we have, let's just see what we got going here. We have in lane 2, we have the 100 breaststroke coming up. Lane 2, we have Maggie McCarthy. And lane 4, we have Natalie Buffard. And in lane 6, we have Mayu Hasagawa down there. So we have long-time Milford Stingrays coming into the pool. Maggie swam for Sue Antonellis, who is standing at the end of the court, end of the pool. blowing the whistle. The sequence of whistles is important in swimming. I might get into that in a little bit. Yeah, breaststroke can be a fast, it can be a fast stroke. I have to say, Natalie's pretty good. Maggie looks like she's got the sink going there, which is awesome. It's 100 yards, so it's 4 laps of the pool. The underwater part is super important. You see there, Natalie picked up a little time on the Holliston swimmer. She has gotten tall, Natalie, I think. You can pick up time in this event, and it looks like she might. She came out of that turn pretty fast. Maggie's looking good, trying to get a 3rd place here at least. Let's see if she can do it. She's got to pull Natalie Buffard. Oh, she's not going to make it, I don't think. And this is a race for 3rd right here. Come on, Maggie. You can do it. You can score points here. It's gonna be how that thing comes up. Yeah, she got it. All right, nice. I'm sitting next to the McCarthys here. They're cheering loudly. Okay, and now we have 100 breasts for the boys. Lane 2, Connor Willadson. Lane 4, Andy Lee. Yeah, as I was saying, there's like certain whistles. They do a whistle, sharp whistle twice. That gets the swimmers up on the block, and then they do a single whistle when they should be ready, and then they blow that horn. So you hear 2. Okay, 2 whistles. Wait. 2 whistles. They're up on the block. Yep. And there it goes. They didn't do the 3rd whistle, but I might be wrong there. Okay, so I don't have my fact checker here with me, so I can basically say anything. Lane 2, Connor Willadson. Lane 4, Andy Lee. 100-yard breaststroke. Now looking ahead in the 400 relay, we're going to have for Hopkinton, Kevin Zhu, Lucas Kaufman, Davis Pishoff, and Owen Picard. And that seems like kind of a group that's her go-to, coach's go-to. They also did the 200 medley relay, similar arrangement. This is breaststroke is obviously a good event for the Holliston swimmer in lane 3. He's got basically almost a half a pool length lead over Davis. Although Davis is fighting for 2nd here with a first lane 1 swimmer from. Looks like that's going to happen. So it's going to be Holliston 1st and 2nd, and Hopkinton 3rd. A nice swim all around by Davis. I'm sorry, Andy and Connor. I got the names all screwed up. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we're gonna go into the final event of the night. I've been to many meets that right before this event they call out the score because this event scores a lot of points. I don't see this meet being that close because it seems to me whenever I looked over I saw a Holliston person in the lead, but we might hear that. Sometimes they do that, but I'm not anticipating that. We'll have to find out what the score is later. You'll have to check on your cable station. But in lane 4 we have for Hopkinton We have Padma Shri, Anna Burke, Maggie McCarthy, Maggie swimming again, and also Olivia Scalara. Yep. This is the 400 free relay, 100 yards per swimmer. I tell you, Padma Shri looks good out there. She's pacing herself. And right against a fast swimmer, that's always a useful thing. She's breathing out of her left side so she can see the swimmer to her left. And she can tell what the pace would be. She can also probably see over the lanes to that far left. That's the third place swimmer at the time. Although I have to say, this girl has got a pretty good thing going in lane 3 for Holliston. Okay, the second swimmers are going to be in a minute. Anna Burke will be diving in. A lot of history in Hopkinton swimming. Mary Lauren was on the broadcast earlier. She's a swimmer up at Lemoyne. And yeah, she looks good. I think she's a freshman, actually. Looks very good. You know, Holliston is kind of doing what other teams used to do to what Hopkinton used to do to other teams. Much bigger squad, it seems. I couldn't tell any of the numbers. I heard Hopkinton has 20-something student athletes, but and so the idea would be put as many swimmers in as you can and see if you can come up with, like, you know, second and third on a lot of events, but first in some of the events, and you put together a score. It's hard when you don't have the bodies. Okay, coming in, Maggie McCarthy, lane 4. Surprising to see Maggie out there. She just finished the 100 back. Oh, I'm sorry. She just finished the 100 breast. But she looks good. Stroke looks good. It's going to be a difficult road to hoe here for Hopkinton to catch up to the first place. There's only, 150 yards left. But you never know. Hope springs eternal at times. Like I said, Holliston they have 3 lanes here, so, they're gonna get, well, in this case they'll get a first, but, they're gonna get they couldn't get a third, and I think the scoring is also for the 4th place. So that's not gonna be applicable here, but because there's only, actually it will be, there's 4 teams in the pool. And now going into the pool is Olivia Scalora, sorry about that, the pronunciation. And yeah, Olivia looks good. I'm not sure what year she's in. I don't have that thing, but she has certainly built up a lot of speed and muscle. And it shows. The stroke looks very good. And she does that unique opposite side breathing, which is kind of unique, but works out. And it looks like we're going to see, she is picking up a little time here, but it's too far to go. And Holliston lane 3 will win this, and Olivia Scalora will bring it in to 2nd place for Hopkinton. Yep. And looks like lane 1 in Holliston will finish 3rd. And there's a swimmer in lane 5 for Holliston who will finish in 4th place. And I think in the relays, 4th place gets some points. So I didn't pick up the program. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to announce the winner of the meet, so we could probably go off. The meet is going to be over in a minute, so. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Our HCAM associate is correct. 400 free relay is coming up. It's going to be a fast race. Kevin Zhu, 100 free. We'll start it off there in lane 4. Lucas Kaufman will be 2nd. Davis Pishoff will be 3rd. Owen Picard will be 4th. So, and keeping with the form here, what is it? Holliston will have two lanes, lane 1 and lane 3, and Hopkinton will have 1 lane, lane 4. This should be a fast race. Lane 4. Kevin, Lucas, Davis, and Owen. There you go. Yeah, Kevin Zhu is a fast swimmer. Has filled out a bit during the off season, but has it mechanically very good. Like his turns are awesome. The dives. You can see how he cups his hands. Typically a club swimmer. I think he might be a club swimmer. I'm not 100% certain. But they learned that. That's a little extra that they, it helps. Every little bit helps, they say in swimming. So he's looking very solid out there. I don't know. I reserve the right to say that Hopkinton has a good chance of winning this race. Going into the pool, Lucas Kaufman. And Lucas also looks a lot stronger than he did last year. He's a junior, and his stroke is very good, swims very high. And it looks like he's going to give this kid who's in lane 3, he's just a little bit ahead of him now. He's picked up a little pace, but that kid is pretty fast. He has a little interesting stroke there, but he does get through the water pretty fast. And lane 4 for Hopkinton. Now, Lucas has swam a lot tonight. I think this is his 3rd event. Oh, actually his 4th event. He swam the medley, the 50 free, the 100 free, and now the 400 free relay. Okay, so now we got Davis Pishoff in here. Looking for a good swim from Davis. Conceptually, he could make a move here. Again, he swam a lot tonight. I don't know. Come on, Davis. I don't know. This kid is that fast, or hasn't picked up much space. But it's nice to see the team out there cheering him. Okay, Davis, come on. Okay, and now Owen Picard is the final guy here, and it looks like Holliston has a beast in there swimming. I don't know. It looks like a fast kid. And it's going to be hard for Owen to catch up. And then rounding it out, lane 1, Holliston has the last swimmer in. Again, they all score points, so it's all good for them. And it looks like Holliston is going to get a runaway win here in the boys 400 relay. Nice swim by the boys from Hopkinton. They would just beat tonight. And nice to see the sportsmanship there coming on. There's 2 more laps for the guy from Holliston. And also you see the kids from Holliston cheering their classmate along, or teammate along. He's actually swimming a pretty fast race here, this kid. Okay, so again, the second time around from Milford Pool. Will everybody have a happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm not sure when the next meet is. For the next home meets, Maureen and I will be out here doing the announcing. Have a good night, everybody.